shimmering, glimmering, glistening on the wind.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is sort of going to be a scent safari. Not so much, as this is a brand you guys have heard me talk about so much on this channel. It's a brand that I love, and it's a brand called Penhaligons. I've done multiple reviews on this channel of this brand. Sartorial, which is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Beolea, another fragrance I love. I'm going to be doing reviews on Elixir, Indoro in the future. You've heard me talk about them on other series on this channel, and I wanted to do this special video on a collection that they've recently released called their Portraits collection. I want to give a big shout out to Alexandra, who I've just loved working with on different videos on for L'Artisan Parfumé and Penhaligon. She's been great, and I really hope to work with her a lot in the future. You know, as I said, I really like Penhaligons. I love Sartorial. I own others from this house. I need to actually check out more from the Trade Route collection, and at some point I'm actually going to purchase a bottle of the newer Eau de Parfum concentration of Indamian, because I just love that fragrance. But this is about that Portrait collection, which just comes in these super cool bottles with animal caps, and these each retail for 75 ml for $240. So they're a little bit more pricey than the other fragrances within this house, and we're gonna actually check out right now, guys, and see if they're worth it. Two of these were made for women and two for men. So we're gonna start with the women's scents, and before we do that, just look at how beautiful even just the art is on these little sample sleeves. I just think this is amazing. The bottles is amazing. So this is amazing by Penhaligons to put out a collection like this. So the first one we're going to start with is called the Coveted Duchess Rose, and this one was composed by Christophe Reynad. Now, Christophe has done many popular fragrances, guys. He did 1 million by Paco Rabanne. He did D600 for Carner Barcelona. He did the leather blend for Davidoff. The description of this fragrance is: the daughter of Lady Blanche and Lord George, Rose married a duke to escape the stifling rigidity of her family and to become the coveted Duchess Rose. At first naively romantic, she has now become disillusioned and frustrated. In an unsatisfactory marriage, always looking for fun and frivolity and perhaps love affairs, her fragrance is not so innocent. Fresh rose, release me. And the notes on this one, guys: mandarin orange, rose, musk, and woods. Now, I like this one. To me, it's sort of a light, fresher take on a rose fragrance. So you're going to get orange, a nice dose of orange. You're going to get a really pure rose, not a jammy rose. Don't think rose and oud. Don't think like a concentrated rose. Think of very light and sort of airy rose with orange, some wood in the background, and musk. It's a lighter fragrance. To me, it's very appropriate for women. Could a guy pull this off? Sure, definitely, but I think this is a woman's fragrance, and I think it's a woman who's looking for a lighter, modern rose fragrance. It's not exactly my cup of tea. I'm not a huge rose fan personally, and it's a little too feminine for me, but I think the rose here has a great quality to it. The next one we're going to talk about is called The Revenge of Lady Blanche, and this one was done by Daphne Bugay, another great perfumer. She did He Would for D Squared, Bergamot 22 for Le Labo, Grain de Joie for Eau d'Italie. The description of this fragrance is: a darling of London society and one of the most influential ladies in Britain. Her aloof beauty, mysterious past, and blazing passions are scrutinized by all from shop girls to royalty. She would do anything to climb the social ladder still further. Her latest scheme is to poison her husband, Lord George, inheriting his wealth and burying his secrets forever. Her fragrance reflects her very essence, a green floral narcotic. So you can sort of see how there's an interplay of stories within this collection. The notes on this one, guys, are going to be narcissus, hyanthus, and iris. And this is a very clean white floral fragrance. I get just really white florals and a little bit of creaminess of iris. I personally prefer this to the Coveted Duchess Rose. I think they're both a little too feminine for me, but if I wanted to smell one of these on a woman, I think the Revenge of Lady Blanche is a little bit better. It's a little bit denser, a little bit less airy. I think it's a more substantial perfume. I personally prefer that. They're both really nice. They're both really natural, and the floral notes are very authentic in both of these. But again, just so you guys know, these are both fragrances I think very much suited for females. The next one is called Much Ado About the Duke, and Daphne Bugay also was the nose on this one, and the description on this one: conforming to the expectations of his class, Duke Nelson married the most coveted girl in London, the Duchess Rose. Yet the Duke is eccentric and unusual. His whimsical air sets society tongues wagging. Rumors abound that his marriage is yet to be consummated. His perfume is as ambivalent as he is, a floral yet masculine, woody fragrance. Fancy that. And guys, this one's going to have rose, leather, gin, pepper, and woods. Now, this is really gorgeous. If you like, I believe it's Rose 31 by Le Labo, which is a spicy rose fragrance. And Daphne Bugay did Bergamot 22 for Le Labo, so there's some connection there. You will like this. I said I'm not a rose fan, personally, but I would definitely wear this this rose fragrance. This is a spicy rose. It's got leather in the background. There is, I don't know if it's juniper from the gin or just the other botanicals used to give gin the spice that it has. It's peppery, it's woody, it has a presence about it. It's very crisp and refined. It would be a great springtime fragrance, but it has enough heft to be worn in colder weather. It's a rose fragrance made for sort of a dandy, which is what I think of when I think of Penhaligon, you know, sort of a dandyish brand. It's really a beautiful rose scent. It does remind me of Rose 31 by Penhaligon's, but I like this one a little bit better because I think this one is a little bit more masculine. I think the leather and spice stands up here a bit more, and I think this is a brilliant scent, and this one is going to go on my to purchase list. The final one we're going to take a look at is called The Tragedy of Lord George, and this one was done by Alberto Morales. And guys, if you know anything about perfume, you know this guy's resume: CK1, Aqua de Gio, Iris Prima for Penhaligon's, M7 for Yves Saint Laurent, Mugler Cologne, Tommy for Tommy Hilfiger. So many big time scents. The description on this one: Lord George is a wealthy and respected man. The archetype of patriarch, he seems to embody the noblest values of the aristocracy: virtue, respect, loyalty, and faithfulness. His fragrance reflects the essence, seemingly traditional yet with hidden secrets. The flesh is weak. Guys, note-wise on this one, you're going to get brandy, shaving soap, tonka, woods, and amber. So it seems we've sort of worked from lightest and airiest to densest, at least note-wise. Oh, guys, this is gorgeous. This, to me, is just what you'd think. It's sort of a very transparent brandy note. Boozy note. Think almost if Jean-Claude Alana were to do a brandy fragrance, and then you sort of do smell soap, like a very old school shaving soap, almost a barbershop shaving soap. So almost think of like a fragrance like Bayolé or Sartorial shaving soap, sort of, you know, that those suds on the soap with a transparent watery booze note, and then tonka, woods, and amber. And this one really sweetens up on the skin. It's really nice. It's really original. To me, it's sort of an updated, aristocratic take on the classic barber shop fragrance. It smells like a modern version of that, but a luxury version of that as well, because you have the cognac or brandy note, and you have the woods, then you have a hefty amber note in the base. So, guys, really interesting collection. I really like these. I think the two women's fragrances are really well done. I think the two men's fragrances are really well done. I know these are a little more pricey than the Penhaligon scents we're used to, but I think there's a quality in the materials used that probably justifies that price. I think this is just really good. I sampled all these on skin, even the more feminine ones, and they just did really well on my skin. Even the lighter, airier ones seem to project and last for a while. So I can see these all standing up in different times of year, and I think the quality is just through the roof. And I at least, expect you guys to get your nose on these guys. These are really good. The packaging is gorgeous. The bottles are beautiful. It's why I love this brand. You guys have heard me talk about this brand really since the inception of my channel. Sartorial has been a favorite forever and a day, and I've always been excited to see this brand keep going. And so I was super stoked to get these. Thank you so much, Alexandra. I definitely want to keep doing videos for you, and hopefully we'll come up with something else real soon from either Penhaligons or L'Artisan. I know they have a new natural. L'Artisan has a new natural collection that we might be able to look at soon. And guys, expect to see more videos from me very soon. You already know what it is. My name is Maximilian. Please feel free to reach out with any questions you may have, and I'll see you again real soon. Peace.
On the wind. That's the golden lady.